Hey everybody, happy 2013. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Sorry my voice doesn't sound normal. I have somewhat of a cold. It's not the flu. At least I don't think it is, but I'm getting better, so there you go. So, 2012. What a year it was. I mean, Barack Obama got reelected. Yay! Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez broke up for some dumb reason. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes got divorced for some weird reason. And just so many things happened. It was craziness. But aside from all that, there were some good movies that came out last year. And obviously this year, it's not going to be any different. There are going to be tons of good movies coming out later on this year. I mean, we got Star Trek Into Darkness, Iron Man 3, Hunger Games Catching Fire, what else have we got? Well, those are the big ones I'm looking forward to. And, next year we're going to have, the Captain America sequel. Oh, and also later on this year, Thor Dark World. That's another one I'm looking forward to. But next year we got Captain America the Winter Soldier, Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, and the continuation of the Hobbit trilogy, which I don't know why I decided to do that, but whatever. In 2015 we have the final Hunger Games movie Mockingjay Part 2. We got the final movie in the Hobbit trilogy, Justice League, the sequel to the Avengers, and so on and so on and so forth. And also coming out next year is Jurassic Park 4. I just found that out. I think that's going to be really awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing Jurassic Park 4 because I love the Jurassic Park movies. The first one was really good. The second one wasn't that bad. The third one was amazing. And so on and so forth. So, in any case, I am here to talk about my favorite movies from last year of 2012. And there were some really good movies. Unfortunately, though, I missed out on a good few of them. I missed out on The Amazing Spider-Man, which I think really sucks because, I heard that movie was really, really good. And obviously, they're going to make a sequel to that. So that's something I'm looking forward to. But I need to see the first one. I need to see The Amazing Spider-Man before I see the sequel. So there you go. I missed out on seeing Lincoln and Django Unchained and Life of Pi and so many other things, but I did get to see a good chunk of the big movies that everyone seems to be talking about, and some people might forget, and some people are talking about, and etc., etc. So there you go. So I have here in my hands my list of my top 10 favorite films of 2012. Now, this is going to be something that I'm pretty much going to be doing, the first month of the year or something like that. I'm going to do a top 10 list of my favorite films from the previous year, and maybe I'll get into the movies I'm looking forward to for this year, specifically this year. It just depends really on what's coming out. Movies I'm really looking forward to, movies I'm interested in seeing, and stuff like that. So, there you go. So let's get things started with number 10. And number 10 on my list is The Odd Life of Timothy Green. Now, here's the thing though. At first, I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to see this movie. I hadn't heard that much about it. I didn't really know exactly what it was about aside from what I saw from the trailers and the stuff on TV and whatnot. So it kind of took me a while, but my interest in this movie gained. I really wanted to see this movie. I want to know what exactly this whole thing was about. And, and then I did a review on it, and I said it was, it was pretty good and stuff like that. And really the only reason I want to see that movie was because the only person I recognized in it was Jennifer Garner. And, if you're a Jennifer Garner fan, then that's fine. If you like live-action Disney films, then that's fine. Ultimately, this movie, I wouldn't put it in the forgettable category because, there are some people that like this movie, and obviously, they're gonna get it when the DVD comes out. I don't know if it's out on DVD already, but oh well then. Overall, this movie wasn't that bad. It's just, I don't know if I would want to see this movie again, but who knows? I mean, one day I might check it out. Who the hey knows? So, there you go. So, that's that. Okay, number 9 is the Katy Perry Part of Me 3D concert movie. Now, here's my little backstory about my sort of fandom-ish about 3D concert movies. The first one I ever saw was the Hannah Montana Miley Cyrus 3D concert movie. I love that one. That was back when, I was a teenager and, I was a huge Hannah Montana fan. I love that show. Of course, then after that I moved on to Wizards of Waverly Place and Sunny with a Chance, and I haven't been watching that much Disney Channel in a while, but, there are some shows on Disney Channel that I still like. Like Good Luck Charlie, and I'm sort of kind of a fan of Shake It Up, but getting back to my main point I'm trying to talk about here. So then after that I checked out the Jonas Brothers concert movie. I thought it was really good. It had Demi Lovato and Taylor Swift in it. That was really cool. I loved it. So there you go. I did not see the Justin Bieber 3D concert movie, however, because I am not a Justin Bieber fan. I am not a believer. I just don't understand why people love him so much. I mean, some people like him because of his voice or because he's really cute or whatever. I just don't see it. I'm not a fan. Don't try to make me a fan because it will not work at all. So there you go. But then after that, I did see the Glee 3D concert movie, which I love to death. I'm a huge Gleek. My favorite character is Rachel, and that movie was really, really fun, and I just loved it. It was a huge treat for me being a Glee fan, obviously, so there you go. So then, when I found out that there was going to be a Katy Perry 3D concert movie, I was hyped. Like, I'm a huge Katy Perry fan. I love her music. It's amazing. It's incredible. I love it. Excuse me. But then when the movie came out and I watched it, it felt more than just, your run-of-the-mill 3D concert movie. Excuse me. It was more than that. It felt like kind of a documentary / 3D concert movie. It showed what Katy Perry was like as a child and how, she struggled to get into the business, and then she finally hit it big with I Kissed a Girl, and now she's this huge pop star. Everyone knows her, everyone loves her music. Well, some people do. I mean, not everyone loves her music, but there are a lot of people out there that just adore her music, and it's really awesome. And, of course, it also dealt with, her getting married and then divorced to British comedian Russell Brand, which I was personally upset about because I was like, what? Why are these two getting divorced? It doesn't make any sense. I just don't get it. But whatever. But yeah, so that movie was really good. I loved it. I have it on DVD and I watch it whenever I can. It's a good, solid movie. If you're a Katy Perry fan, then you'll love it. If you're not, then you'll pretty much just enjoy how fun it is, and there you go. Okay, number 8, Men in Black 3. Now, Men in Black 2 came out in 2002, and Men in Black 3 came out in 2012. Here's my problem with this. Why do we have to wait 10 years in between Men in Black 2 and Men in Black 3? Sorry, like I said, I have a cold. But why did we have to wait 10 whole long years? I mean, what was up with that? I just did not get it at all. I mean, did they have problems with the story? Were they not sure if Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith were going to come back? I mean, what? Why the long wait? Why was there such a long wait? But in the end, the long wait was worth it. I love this movie so much. I mean, it's so much fun. It reminded me of why I loved the first Men in Black movie. I mean, I love the first Men in Black movie. It is a very good movie. I love it. The second movie, it's kind of mixed for me, really. I mean, the more I think about it, the more I realize there could have been some things with Men in Black 2 that could have made it better, but on the whole, it wasn't that bad. It's still kind of mixed for me, really. Then with Men in Black 3, I loved this movie. I mean, it's a time travel movie. It has so much fun. It's just a very, very, very good movie. And hopefully we're going to get a sequel. Hopefully the franchise will continue. Hopefully we'll have to wait another 10 years or so. But overall, Men in Black 3 was really, really good. And I loved it. It was a fun movie. And I just loved it. So, there you go. Alright, well, number 7, Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. Now, the first Madagascar movie I loved to death. It's one of my favorite DreamWorks films of all time, and aside from the Shrek movies and whatever else, but the first Madagascar movie for me is so fun. I love it. It's just so much fun, and it's just a really fun movie. It doesn't take itself too seriously, which is good, and it's why I love it so much. The second movie was actually pretty good. I don't actually have it in my DVD collection, mainly because, I don't think it's one of those movies or sequels really, that I'll watch or check out, like, occasionally or whatever. But the second movie wasn't that bad. So there you go. But the third movie was so funny. It was hilarious. I just loved it. I mean, Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad doing the voice of the tiger, and you got Martin Short doing the voice of the walrus. It was just hilarious, and I just loved it. And, there were some twists in there, like when the four main leads, Alex, Marty, Melman, and Gloria, when they get back to New York, they think everything's gonna be back to normal for them. It's just gonna be another day at the zoo, but when they get back, it's not what they thought it would be. I mean, they're treated so much differently than when they were before they left. And it really kind of surprised me when that happened. I did not expect that at all. Like, that was a huge twist for me. But overall, Madagascar 3, it is a very good movie. Hopefully they'll make another one, or I hear they're going to do a spin-off movie featuring the penguins, which is great. I love the penguins. They are so hilarious and funny. They steal the whole show for me. And the penguins is what, they make the Madagascar franchise so fun, because you never know what the penguins are going to do at any given moment. And that was really great, and that's why they have their own show on Nickelodeon, which is really hilarious. I've checked it out a couple times. It is pretty funny. But still, Madagascar 3 was really, really good, and I loved it. It was so funny. It reminded me of, why I still love Madagascar to begin with. It's a fun movie. Definitely go check it out. Okay. Number 6 is the latest Disney Pixar film, Brave. Now, being Scottish on my dad's side of the family, when I found out this movie was going to be set in Scotland, I was, okay, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be an epic movie. I'm going to love it, and I did love it. Now, I love the good majority of the Disney Pixar films. Like, I love the Toy Story movies. I love Finding Nemo. I love Ratatouille. WALL-E is fantastic. Up is an incredible movie. The Incredibles isn't that bad. A Bug's Life is actually pretty good. I've seen it a couple times. The Cars movies are actually pretty hilarious. But Brave is very, very, very good. It has a good story. It's a mother-daughter story, which we don't normally get in Disney films, which I really like. And I like it's kind of like focusing on this new dynamic, because usually it's like the father-daughter story, mostly, but now it's the mother-daughter story, and it's a mother-daughter story in this movie. And it really does work, and that's why I liked it. It really, really worked for me. And, the character of Merida, she was a very strong-willed character. She's a princess, and, she's really good with the bow and arrow, and, it is a really good movie, and it's all about, like, if you had the chance to change your fate, would you? And if you did, then what would be the consequences? It does that job very, very well, and that's why I like this movie so much. I mean, it's a good, solid family film. If you love the Disney Pixar films, this is the one for you. If you like all the other ones, great. If you like some of them, then that's fine too. I really loved the hell out of this movie. It was hilarious. Merida's three brothers were very, very, very funny to watch. It was just a great ride from beginning, middle to end. I loved it, so there you go. Okay. Number 5 is Prometheus, the Alien prequel, kinda, sorta. Now, this was one of those movies I did not get to see in theaters, but I did see it, sometime before Christmas at my dad's house, and I thought it was really, really good. I'm not saying it was great, but it was good. It didn't answer everything that we needed to know about the Alien franchise before the first Alien movie, but it did answer some questions, which was good, and I think they're going to answer some more of them in the inevitable sequels, so we'll just have to wait and see. Are they going to go to LV-426 or not? What other revelations are we going to discover? That's what I think most people are looking forward to in the sequel. So there you go. But yeah, I really enjoyed Prometheus. I thought it was great. Michael Fassbender as David was very phenomenal. Like lots of people, they said his performance in the movie was really good. I definitely have to agree with that statement. It was a good performance, and I loved it. It was great. Charlize Theron was okay. Overall, this movie was actually pretty good, and like I said, I am looking forward to the sequel. So there you go. Enough said. Okay, number 4 is The Dark Knight Rises. Now, here's the thing, though. I have not seen Batman Begins or The Dark Knight. I've seen bits and pieces of both those movies. I just never seen them from beginning, middle to end. So with The Dark Knight Rises, I'm going into this thing okay, this is the conclusion to the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy. It has Tom Hardy as Bane, Anne Hathaway as Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, even though she's not called Catwoman in the movie. I think for Batman fans, they know who Selina Kyle is. They know that she's Catwoman. So there you go. Overall, I really liked The Dark Knight Rises. It was really, really good. And I know some people criticized Bane's voice, and everyone does not like Christian Bale's voice as Batman. But overall, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really good. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was good in this movie as well. Everyone did a fantastic job. And I know some people really don't like what happened in the middle of the movie, but, I thought what happened in the middle it wasn't that bad, It was just kind of okay. The beginning was really good, the middle was just kind of but the ending was really, really good. I thought it was a strong, solid ending. It did its job beautifully, and overall, this movie was actually pretty good, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So, there you go. Okay, number 3, The Avengers. Now, I've seen pretty much every single Marvel movie leading up to The Avengers. This was another movie I did not see in theaters, but I eventually got on DVD sometime after my birthday, and it was awesome! I love The Avengers. This is a very good superhero movie. It's got Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk. Bruce Banner is now played by Mark Ruffalo. It has Hawkeye, it has Black Widow, it has some of the other... Oh, sorry about that. My screen just went blank there for a moment. Sorry. But, you know, it had some other supporting characters. You know, it had Agent Coulson. It had Pepper Potts, Jarvis, Dr. Selvig, Nick Fury, and the new character of Maria Hill, played by Kobe Smulders from How I Met Your Mother. That was kind of interesting. And of course, the main villain in this movie is Loki, played once again by Tom Hiddleston from the first Thor movie. And overall, this movie was just a blast. Like, beginning, middle, end, I loved this movie. Like, it was very, very good. My favorite scene is when, you know, Hulk ragdolls on Loki, and when Hulk walks away, he's like, puny god. And Loki's just like, laying on the ground, he's like, you know, like that. It was just hilarious as all hell. It was that funny. But yeah, it was really, really fun, and I really loved it. It was great. It was fantastic. I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do with the sequel. So, there you go. Okay. Number 2 is Les Miserables. Now, before I go any further, I do need to say that I haven't actually reviewed this movie yet, but I don't know if I'm going to really, but I'll just say that this movie, this adaptation of the musical, was really, really good. I loved this movie. Hugh Jackman as Jean Valjean was fantastic. Anne Hathaway as Fantine was amazing. Amanda Seyfried as Cosette was phenomenal. Eddie Redmayne as Marius was pretty good. I know some people didn't really like Russell Crowe as Javert, but I can get over that. And we have the return of Samantha Barks as Eponine. She played the role in the 2010 Les Mis concert in London at the O2. She was pretty good as Eponine again. We even had Colm Wilkinson, who was like the original Jean Valjean on Broadway, I think. But yeah, this movie was really, really good. It's nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture. The original song for the movie, Suddenly, is also, I think it's nominated for both a Golden Globe and an Oscar, I think. So, that's really good. Overall, I really did enjoy this movie. It was very, very good. The casting choices were phenomenally well. It just felt like a very, very good movie. I loved it. And also, huge props to Sacha Baron Cohen and Helena Bonham Carter playing the Thénardiers. They were so much fun in this movie. Like, they totally stole the show. And I get why people like the Thénardiers a lot, because they are really, really, like, so fun, and the characters themselves are just fantastic. So, there you go. Okay. And my number one favorite movie of all time, well, not of all time, but from 2012, is The Hunger Games. Yes. I loved The Hunger Games. It was a very, very, very good adaptation of the original novel. And everything about that movie was just so perfect. Like, the casting choices were perfect. Everything about this movie was really, really good. It was so fantastic and fun to watch. Like, it was really, really good. And I just cannot stop talking about how great this movie is. It really is a great movie. And the sequel's coming out in November of this year. I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, I can express enough how much I love The Hunger Games. Like, I've read the first book. I'm gonna start reading Catching Fire before the movie comes out, and before Mockingjay Part 1 and Part 2 comes out, I'm pretty much gonna read the entire book anyway, so that way I can, familiarize myself with what's gonna happen in Part 1, and then when Part 2, I'm gonna see what they're gonna do in Part 2 and how they're gonna translate that from from the book to the movie. So yeah, so those are my top 10 favorite movies from 2012. Um, just say how I feel about these choices, and if you think that, one movie should have been put in another spot, then that's fine too. I'm not going to change it. So, there you go. So, until next time, which I don't know when it's going to be, hopefully I will get to do a review of The Hobbit, which I have not seen yet. I might do a general review of Les Miserables, maybe or maybe not, I don't know. It just depends, really. So, until that time, live long and prosper. May the force be with you. Go Seahawks. Bye.